Good afternoon, dear friends. Myself Sonigra, and today I am going to discuss about the solution of GTU examination question paper solution in the subject of mechanical drafting. The exam is January 2012. The first problem of the question paper, which is asked for 8 marks, about pentagonal prism. A pentagonal prism, base 25 mm sides and axis 60 mm long, is standing on its base on HP on one of its base side, such that the axis of the pyramid makes an angle of 45 degree with HP, and the side on which it rests makes an angle of 30 degree with the VP. Draw its projections. Here in this case, a pentagonal pyramid is given. So first, imagination in our mind should be, what should be the shape of the solid? This is the pentagonal pyramid, which is having pentagonal base, and the edges of the pentagonal base are joined with the triangulars to one apex point. Hence, its top view would be pentagon, its front view would be triangle. The dimensions are given to us, and it is given that it is resting on one of its base side. So, it would appear like this. It is resting on one of its base sides. When it is given, we should draw pentagon like this. Means one side should be perpendicular to XY line and rest all side should be like this. This is the top view of the pentagonal prism, and this is front view of given pentagonal prism. Now to draw the solution of this problem, first we draw XY line that represents intersection of HP and VP, and draw a line of length 25 mm because side length is given 25 mm. This line segment is perpendicular to XY line, and complete a pentagon. You can use any method to draw a pentagon, either universal method or the method of angles. As we know, this angle, excluded angle, is 72 degree, hence the included angle is equal to 180 minus 72, so 180 degree would be this angle. So 108 on both the sides. Draw 25 to this, and from them 25 radius, draw an arc that will cut over here, join these points, so that is the pentagon. So this is the top view of given solid. Name the endpoints A, B, C, D and E, and find out its midpoint or apex point. For that, join any corner with the midpoint of adjacent or opposite side. Suppose midpoint of BC is this point, so join this point with E with a straight line. Similarly, join this is point D with the midpoint of OB, AB over here. So both these will intersect at one point, this point, and from this point draw a line that is the axis of this pentagonal pyramid. Now the height of pyramid is given, that is 60 mm. So from XY line, mark a point on this axis at a height of 60 mm, and this is the apex point of this solid. Then from these points, A, draw vertical line, that is projection of point A, B, projection of point C and D will be here, projection of D would be here, and join this with an apex point O dash. So this is the triangle which represents the front view of given pyramid. This edge OE represents the slant edge. Join them with the straight line because OC would be visible to us, OE will not be visible. Hence here two lines are there, one is full line and another is a dotted line. So here dotted line is to be covered by full line because precedence should be given to full line. This is apex point O. Join apex point O with here A dash, B dash, here C dash and E dash points are there, and here point D dash is there. Now join apex point with O, OA, that represents this view. In top view, this OA would be visible, hence join OA with the straight line, OB with the full line, this edge, then OC, this edge, OE, OD and OE. So these 5 edges would be visible in top view that we have shown here with the full lines. In front view, this edge would be visible that we have denoted by O dash C dash and O dash E dash with the full line. So this is the condition of the first line of given problem, that is pentagonal prism, pentagonal pyramid with the given dimension standing on base on HP. Now further it is given that it makes an angle of 45 degree with VP. The axis of this solid makes an angle of 45 degree. In this condition, the axis of this prism, axis of this pyramid is right angle to XY line, means the angle between the axis and horizontal plane is 90 degree. We have to tilt this front view in such a way that this center line makes an angle of 45 degree with XY line. So for that, draw here line at an angle of 45 degree. So this line segment represent this A dash, B dash, C dash, E dash and D dash line. So A dash, D dash, measure the distance A dash, D dash, transfer it over here. Here would be point A dash, B dash, these 2 points, and here point D dash is that, this point is over here. So we have redrawn this A dash, D dash line over here at an angle of 45 degree with XY line. Now transfer another point. Here is point C dash, E dash, that would be here at this distance. So measure this distance, put it over here, and that is point C dash and E dash. Then find out position of apex point O dash by taking arc. A dash, O dash is the radius and D dash, O dash is the radius. Cut that arc over here. So here apex point O dash would be there, and join them with a straight line, and join C dash, E dash with apex point O dash like this, and this is the axis of this solid. So till now we have just redrawn this front view at an angle of 45 degree with XY line. This angle is 45 degree, hence this angle will also be 45 degree. After drawing this front view or tilting of this solid, let me draw its top view. For that, take projections from A dash, B dash, horizontal line from point A that will cut at point A, A1, vertical line from point B dash and horizontal line from point B, and both will meet at point B1. So we have identified 2 points A1 and B1. Similarly, vertical line from point C dash, horizontal line from point C, both will cut at point C1. Similarly, vertical line from point D, horizontal line from point D, D dash and D both will intersect at point D1, and vertical line from point E dash, horizontal line from point E, both will intersect at point E1. So we have identified 5 points A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. Now apex point O dash, vertical line from point O dash, horizontal line from point O, both will intersect at one point, that is O1. So this is the top view. If this solid is tilted, the top view would appear like this. Now join the points with the straight lines like this. If we look from this top side, from here, then this edge A dash, B dash will not appear to us. Hence, they should be joined with the dotted line like this. Similarly, BC would not appear, so join them with the dotted line. C1, D1 would be visible, hence join with the straight line, full line. D1, E1 with the full line, and again E1, A1 will not be visible, hence join them with the dotted line. Join D1 with O1 with the full line, E1 with O1, E1 O1 with the full line, and C1 O1 with the full line. So this is the top view of the solid when it is tilted at an angle of 45 degree with horizontal plane. After drawing this, till now we have drawn the problem up to this point. The pyramid makes an angle of 45 degree with HP. Now next, the last line of this problem. The side on which it rests makes an angle of 30 degree with VP. The side on which it rests. Here the solid is resting on AB edge. So AB edge in this condition is at right angle with XY line, means angle between vertical plane and AB edge is 90 degree. like this. This angle is 90 degree. A1 B1 makes an angle of 90 degree with XY line. Here it is given that this side makes an angle of 30 degree with vertical plane. This angle is 30 degree. So for that we have to tilt this top view such that this side makes an angle of 30 degree with XY line. So for that let me redraw this figure at an angle of 30 degree. So draw a line at an angle of 30 degree with XY line and redraw this figure over here such that A1 B1 makes an angle of 30 degree with XY line. After redrawing this figure, let me find out position in front view. So for that take projections from each point. Vertical line from point A, apex point O, horizontal line from point O dash, both will intersect at point O1 dash. Vertical line from point A1 and horizontal line from point A dash. Here is point A1. Then vertical line from point B1, horizontal line from point B dash. Here is point B1 dash. This point is B1 dash. Similarly, C1 vertical line from point C1, horizontal line from point C dash. This is point C1. Similarly for D, vertical line from point D and horizontal line from point D dash. This is the point D. So we have identified all 4 points. Now if we look from this direction, this side, this point O dash to this, that is B. OB is towards us. You can see here OB is towards us. If we look from this direction, OB is towards us. Hence O dash, O1 dash, B1 dash would be fully visible. So join them with a full line like this. It's a straight line. Then OC, this is O dash O1 C1, this is O1 dash C1 dash. That also would be fully visible. So join them with a full line. OE would be visible. So join them with the full line. And ABC, this ABC would be visible. So join them with the full line. And rest all points will not be visible. So this is point E. Join E with A, E1 with A1 with the dotted line, E with this D with the dotted line, and O1 dash with E with the dotted line. So these 3 lines would be dotted and the rest all lines would be full line. Here this line represent these two connection of these two ends will also be dotted, but it is overlapped by the full line. So precedence should be given to full line, hence this line would appear as a full line. So this is the solution of given problem. You mentioned the name of view, this is front view and this is top view. It's compulsory to write the name of views. If the data is given like this, you have to draw front view, top view, front view, top view and front view, top view. No need to write front view everywhere. At least once the name of view should be written. All these 3 view represents the front view of given problem and all these 3 views represents top view of given problem. Insert the dimensions at least once. This is side length is 25 mm, height is 60 mm and angles, this is 30 degree, this is 45 degree and this angle is 30 degree. The problem is asked for 8 marks, so 1 mark for each and 2 mark for clarity and naming of the points and dimensions. So 1 1 1 1 6 plus 1 7 plus 1 8. If you draw this in the examination answer sheets, you will get full marks. Now next problem, question number 1b, asked for 4 marks. Draw surface roughness symbol incorporating following details. Surface roughness limit 4.4 micron. Method used for surface preparation, that is grinding operation. Sampling length is given 75 mm. Direction of lay, it's crossed, and machining allowance is given as 20 mm. So to draw the surface roughness symbol of this data, let me draw like this. This is the symbol of surface roughness or machining symbol. First is given surface roughness limit, that is 4.4 micron. So here just we have to write 4.4 only. No need to convert this micron into millimeter or anything. Just write 4.4 over here. It indicates that the surface roughness limit for this machining operation is 4.4 micron. Second is method used for surface preparation, that is grind. So write here grind, just GRIND above this line in capital letters. Don't use small letters over here. Third one is sampling length, that is 75 mm. So 75 should be written over here. Only no need to write mm. 75 means it indicates the parameter in millimeter. Then direction of lay is given crossed. So cross mark should be done over here at this place. It represents the direction of lay is crossed. If the direction of lay is given parallel, here we have to draw two parallel lines like this over here instead of cross. If it's a circular, circle should be drawn, concentric circle should be drawn. Number 5, machining allowance is given, that is 20 millimeter. So that should be written over here, 20 millimeter. No need to convert into micron or any other parameter, just write 20. Even you need not to write millimeter over here. So in this machining symbol, 4.4 represents the unit in micron, whereas rest all parameters, this 75 and 20 are represented in terms of millimeter. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters we have mentioned in this drawing symbol, which carries 4 marks. Next question, question number 1C, asked for 2 marks. Draw symbols of pipe carrying following fluids. If any pipe is carrying these fluids, what should be its symbol? Gas, oil and refrigerant. We have to draw any 2 symbols. So each symbol is asked for 1 marks. So you should write like this: symbols for pipe carrying fluids. Number 1, serial number 1, fluid and symbol. Number 1 is gas. If the pipe is carrying gas as a fluid, its symbol is represented by this line, a dashed line. Second, oil. If the oil passes through the pipe, it is represented by this line, this type of line, a long dash and 2 small dash, long dash, 2 small dash, and so on. And if number 3, refrigerant,